it's me, the Cass. So I have decided that we are going to take a tour down to my old stomping grounds down in the southern end of Nova Scotia. So my hometown is known for a couple of different things. Specifically, we're known for the fishing and lobster industry, but another thing that we are known for is the fact that we are one of the oldest and most spiritually active and or haunted areas in Nova Scotia altogether. So we're going to be covering a couple of different things, and this is going to be a whole series specifically on the dark history of Shelburne, Nova Scotia, and the different hauntings and stuff that occur in our area. So for this video, we are going to be covering quite a few different places, both a few areas that are extremely well traveled and quite a few areas that are not overly traveled at all. And I do want to get into a small amount of the history of the exact area where we are right now. So we are at the historic waterfront, and this was one of the first places that the Europeans came to in the 1500s after they decided to displace the Micmac people who have been here for over 13,000 years. Well, this entire series is made with nothing but love for the entire town and the history of the town because, like I say, I grew up here and it's really an amazing place. So we are going to be checking out a few different haunted areas, one of which is said to be infested with demons, and apparently there is it's rumored that there is one or more werewolves in said area down on the southern end of town. So we're going to check that out through the series. And we're also going to be doing an investigation later on tonight. I'm going to be going and doing that by myself. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to get anything or how this is going to go, but it's going to be fun. So, cool beans. Okay, guys. I have left the room. I am on my way down to one of the local churches that happens to have a graveyard out back. And I have Nessa the ghost dog with me, who, if you cannot tell, is pulling like crazy. So I am holding the camera with absolutely everything that I have to make sure that she doesn't give me a really good yank and take me off my feet down to the ground. This here is... Nessa, honey, stop pulling. You just wrapped around my legs. This here is the graveyard, and right down there is a part of one of the oldest churches in Shelburne. And Nessa, what are you doing? Nessa? Ness? Do you see a ghost yet? So we're gonna go up over the hill and go up in there and check out some of the old gravestones. And then we are going to be doing some paranormal investigation. Okay, please stop pulling me. We just got up in here and already, well, there isn't even markings on these stones. I don't know what that means. And some of these are knocked over in the works. Nessa, honey, you gotta chill out. Okay, so I have no idea if I'm even supposed to be up here. Okay, so I quite literally finally get everything set up and it starts raining, so I'm going to have to make this really quick. Oh Lord. Peter is on his way with the tripod. Nessa, the ghost dog here, seems to be having a hard time not yanking on Mum. Don't you? Now, I'm not sure if anybody here knows how the SLS cam works, but basically it is a motion detector type thing that is going to pick up any type of, I guess, humanoid activity. What? says that I've reached the... And that's weird. Okay, so my SLS cam is not working, and I'm not entirely sure why. I'm starting to think that there's just a bunch of signs, because so far tonight, before I even start it, I've cut my finger on from an unknown source. It started lightly raining, which could actually do some harm, and my SLS isn't working. So next step, I have actually found a gravestone that I am able to read. So, and this is hallowed ground, so hopefully there shouldn't be any negative spirits here. All right, let's go on down and hope for the best. Fella here, because it makes me really sad that somebody came over and knocked over his gravestone, and because, where is it? It's really hard to read. I can barely even read the date on here. 1821.
Rest in peace.
Yes, rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Is John Fraser here?
Mad.
Why are you mad? Are you mad that people came in and knocked over the gravestones? If you're angry that somebody came in and knocked over the gravestones here, can you give me an obvious sign? Are you angry that they're not being maintained the way that you wanted them to be? It looks like somebody took a lot of care into picking these out and finding really lovely things to inscript on them, just for them to get covered in moss and fall over. Is that why you're angry? Can you tell me what your name is? I would like to respectfully ask if I am not talking to John Fraser and I am speaking to somebody else who resides here. Can you please tell me what your name is?
Was that EMF?
Yep. If this is John Fraser, can you make the EMF go off again? In 1, 2, 3. I'm assuming that the lack of answer and EMF means that this is not John Fraser that we're speaking to. Are you one of the other residents of the graveyard, or just somebody passing through? hardly read the stones. They're so covered in moss. One of the Jane? Officer? Mr. Officer.
Abused. Stop.
Oh heaven, I'm sorry.
Listen.
I'm listening. Were you abused? I'm listening. Is there something that you want to tell me?
You are funny.
Okay.
Well, thank you. I'm glad that you think so. Do you want to hear a joke?
That might be a no.
Probably not. Oh. Did you abuse people? Is that why you want me to stop asking questions? My EMF spiked up for a second.
Mm-hmm.
What if I... Wait, this is a Freemasons.
Yeah.
I literally just realized what that symbol is.
Mm-hmm.
Were you one of the Freemasons?
Help me.
Did they hurt you? How can I help you? What's wrong, Nessa?
I think she wants lovin's.
Mwah. Is there something here? Is there someone here? Is there someone here? I was asking Nessa, but thank you for letting me know. Did you see that?
I heard it, yeah. What'd it say?
Not what?
Nessa, stop pulling.
It's starting to rain, so we can't stay too much longer or our equipment's gonna get wet. I can come back tomorrow if you want, but is there anything else that you would like to say to us while we're here tonight? In 5 seconds, we're going to get ready to leave because it's starting to rain and our equipment's going to get soaked.
My hands are frozen.
And Peter's hands are frozen. I'm actually surprised that you came to help tonight.
Well, I have work in the morning, but you know.
If there is anything else that you would like to say to us before we leave tonight, Before we say goodbye, please let us know in 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Thank you for talking to us. We will come back another time when it is not going to rain on our equipment. We would like to respectfully say goodbye and thank you for communicating.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, so we got to the church, we got to the graveyard, we got a little bit of investigating done, and now it's raining. You hear that? So, first, my stuff is glitching. No, actually, first, I cut myself from nowhere. I have no idea where this cut came from. Second, my stuff is glitching. And then it starts raining, and it's not even calling for rain tonight. And I feel like this is just sign after sign after sign that I should just wait until another time when I don't have to do this by myself while I'm still down here. And yeah. So this has been fun. I did get a little bit of response and such, so that was kind of cool. Honestly not fully convinced. It was kind of freaky, the fact that I literally got a response as soon as I mentioned the symbols and as soon as I said certain people's names, and the fact that it immediately said rest in peace, like literally rest in peace, while I was in the cemetery. It was kind of wacky, but at the same time, it's not fully non-disprovable, so there we go. Not sure what else to say.